Hey everyone, Zephyr here, and welcome to yet another speed build. I've just been in the mood to build lately, so that's what I've been doing. This build is a little bit unique though. It's not an actual home, it's a school bus that was converted into a home. So a few months ago on Tumblr, a year ago, van life or school bus life, I don't know, like converting vans or buses into homes were kind of like the it thing, and there was a lot of videos kind of like promoting the idea of having a livable space in your vehicle, and I was really into these videos. They kind of like dropped in popularity once like families of like 95 were moving into vans and trying to convert them to homes that were suitable for their 93 children. But the premise of like living in a small space and making it work for you is like very interesting to me. And I actually built a school bus converted home in The Sims 2 before using this exact set. And I always thought it was an interesting idea. It's something that's kind of unique, right? So that's what I did here today for this sim. I don't think I posted the original school bus build I did on YouTube, but I did post about it on TikTok and it did fairly well. I post most of my builds over on my Patreon, but I'm not gonna post this one on my Patreon, and I have a reason as to why. I feel like the main thing that like sticks out about this build is the custom content set I'm using, and I don't feel comfortable just like sharing a build that most people would download just for the custom content. Rather you go to the creators page and directly download their content from their page and make your own school bus. So I'm gonna have the school bus link down below, because otherwise this lot isn't particularly special. I mean, like I decorate the inside of the bus, and I have a sim in mind that I'm gonna have live here. He's a mechanic slash inventor candy person, and he has a shed in his yard. But like this is a lot that like I feel like a lot of people could actually replicate themselves if they wanted to. So you could just watch me and copy my build if you want this build in your game, okay? Like, I'm not giving you guys this one. I'm sorry. Me and my little morals will not allow it. I want you to go directly support the creator who built this set. So I thought about making a little, like, steering wheel area of this bus and having, you know, a chair. Because realistically speaking, if you're trying to convert a school bus or a van, like, you still want your little driving console area, but I could not make it work in this game, and I needed the space, so I'm just pretending that my sim took out the whole driving part of the bus, and maybe he just lives in the bus for the aesthetic. I don't know. Like he lives in this bus, okay? It's his home, and if he has to move the bus, he unfortunately has to get it towed. Having a kitchen there was a bit more useful than having a steering wheel my sim couldn't actually use in the game. And you've probably seen the thumbnail of this YouTube video. You kind of get the vibe of the sim, maybe. But here's a couple more pictures of him. I'm absolutely obsessed with him. I'm excited to play him. I'm just really excited for this neighborhood in general. It's gonna be my Build a City Challenge neighborhood. I'm slowly working on it in order to actually be able to play it, but I want to take my time with it. I don't want to rush it. I feel like if you like slowly build up a neighborhood, it's just more satisfying to play it afterwards because you've taken your time with it, if you've gotten all the details right, and it's just more satisfying to play and maybe to watch. I don't know, I'm hoping. I also don't want to rush into another Build a City Challenge neighborhood when I had like one that was pretty successful and fun to play, but I unfortunately ruined it by not backing up my game properly and accidentally dumping in a bunch of townies and stuff I didn't want in my game. It was very unfortunate. I want to take my time with this neighborhood, properly back it up, and hopefully have it last for years to come. But anyway, how are you guys doing? How are the online spaces that you frequent doing? Because mine are not doing well. I've said it before on this channel, so I feel like I need to mention this again. I'm not sure if anyone remembers or cares, but I am a avid follower of Watcher Entertainment. And if you don't already know, Watcher Entertainment is currently being dogpiled on by the internet for pretty valid reasons, honestly. Now, at the time of recording this voiceover, they did release an apology, and honestly, spoiler alert, I kinda accept it. But basically, they had released a video saying that they were leaving YouTube and that they were starting their own streaming service, which honestly isn't a huge problem in of itself for me, mainly because I support these guys on Patreon. I don't have a problem with like financially supporting whatever endeavor they do. However, the video came across as incredibly pretentious, even to me. They even said in the video that we wanted to make this affordable to everyone, so we made it $5 a month, right? Spoiler alert, that is not affordable to everyone. We are in very trying times right now, and a lot of their audience is honestly like broke college kids or young adults or even like high schoolers. Like, not everyone can afford that $5 a month. The initial plan was to release the first episode of the series on the YouTube channel and release everything else on the streaming service. And I just feel like it wasn't a good plan. The internet felt like it wasn't a good plan. And honestly, before this mess, like, I would frequent Reddit and other spaces about Watcher Entertainment because I liked seeing the online discussion about Ghost Files episodes or whatever they were doing at the time, and there was hardly ever any negative comments about the show, the production, the crew. It was like just a wholesome, like, positive community, and then seeing them screw up that badly and seeing all the like hate come out of it was just wild to see, especially in a community that I was actively involved in or am actively involved in. And it's just an experience. Like, it was one thing watching like the Fine Bros downfall from afar because I wasn't invested in their channel. I had watched like a few videos of their content, but like I wasn't a subscriber. I just knew of them. And you know, sometimes watching like internet drama is kind of entertaining. But like seeing like people, like, I'm not even saying I know these people obviously, but seeing like people that I've spent hours of my life watching and supporting with my own money that I earn at my fast food job, absolutely dunked on for perfectly valid reasons. It's interesting. There's a lot of complicated feelings involved here. But anyway, they apologized. I feel like they're trying to listen to the community. Some people still have their criticisms, but I'm giving them another chance. I want their company to succeed. I think Shane and Ryan are like really funny dudes. I wanted to see them do well. So we'll see. Speaking of my fast food job, I was actually given 3 days off this week, and apparently that is going to be the norm going forward. But I am not convinced it's going to be the norm, and I'll give you the reason why. The shift that got cut from my schedule is the Wednesday 11 to 7 shift. My boss apparently said he doesn't want anyone working 11 to 7 on Wednesdays. And it wasn't just my hours that got cut, it was like everyone else's too, like everyone who was not a supervisor. But yeah, that's my shift that got cut. For context, every single other day in the week, there's an 11 to 7 person who has specific roles and responsibilities as an 11 to 7 person that they have to get done before their shift. This means like making sure all the garbages are changed and cleaning the bathrooms and little things like that, right? And not having that person on the floor is kind of difficult because we have been getting busier lately. And our busiest day out of Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday is Wednesday. And for whatever reason, my boss thinks that's a good idea to cut the shift on Wednesday and not have an 11 to 7 person. And since I'm normally the one working 11 to 7 on Wednesday, my shift got cut and now I have 3 days off. But the thing is, this is going to make it harder on the closers. They're not going to be happy. In fact, they're not even happy when I have to leave the floor to go clean my bathrooms like on a normal day because we're so busy, and like they cannot handle being to people up front when they're getting absolutely slammed. They're always like, Christina, come back, blah 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 blah. Like they're not gonna have a good time. So I'm not convinced this whole thing is gonna last long. I think I'm gonna get my 5 days a week back pretty soon. We'll see. But if I don't, I plan on focusing more on this channel and hopefully getting more content out for you guys. But anyway, we are at the end of the video. If you guys liked it, please give it a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye guys.